This is this is
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're gonna chat real quick, probably for like, less than 30 minutes. Solo stream, not bringing on any guests and stuff, just solo. So Quentin Tarantino is he's basically in the Scorsese position. We remember Martin Scorsese came out and he called Marvel movies, well, super movies in general, theme park rides and stuff, and people got mad and butthurt because this OG director in the film industry gave his opinion on something, not trying to bash the stuff, but he just gave his opinion. People asked and he just shared his opinion. People didn't want to hear these opinions, but it's like, it's just opinions. And Quentin Tarantino brings up a good point. He brings up a solid point. But let's go ahead and get into this article. First, I want to show something. There's even Anthony Mackie, who's a MCU star. We'll talk about the Simu Liu comments of his response to Quentin Tarantino, the Shang-Chi actor. And we're going to look at what Anthony Mackie said about this. And he said this years ago, like, I think it was 2019, 2018. It wasn't that long ago. But so basically, this is Anthony Mackie explaining why Hollywood movies suck now. But, this is just him giving his opinion on the matter. Let's go ahead and bring it up real quick. All right.
Business has gone to, like, there are no movie stars anymore. Like, Anthony Mackie isn't a movie star. The Falcon is a movie star.
True. Even he
and that's what's weird. It used to be with Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Stallone and Schwarzenegger. When you went to the movies, you went to go see the Stallone movie. You went to go see the Schwarzenegger movie. Now you go see X-Men. So the evolution of the superhero has meant the death of the movie star. And that's the fear now, because you're now making movies for 16-year-olds and China. And that's it. You think of some of your favorite movies growing up, those movies wouldn't get made today.
Goonies?
Wouldn't get made today.
Halloween?
Wouldn't get made today.
Thing?
Wouldn't get made today.
Damn.
He's not wrong about that. Not counting like this Halloween sequels and stuff, but like original new movies and stuff like Goonies, The Mummy, all this stuff. Like, but yeah, I mean, he makes a good point. Even he admits he's not a star. He's very humble. Anthony Mackie ain't no, cocky ass motherfucking shit. He's very humble, and he even admits he's not a star. He admits Falcon is the star, and he's not wrong. And not to say that making these characters larger than the actor is wrong. It's kind of a good thing, because it shows how important these comic these fictional characters are. But you don't hear people saying, yo, you see that new Anthony Mackie, bruh? No, people might say, yo, you want to go see that movie with the dude that played Falcon? Who? Anthony Mackie. Oh, he was in 8 Mile. He was Clarence. Oh, him. Yeah, that dude. You don't hear people. You don't hear with a lot of these actors. Yo, you check out that new Stallone, that Schwarzenegger, that Snipes movie. Yo, you see that Leo movie, bruh? You see that Brad Pitt movie, dog? Like, you don't hear that stuff with a lot of these actors and stuff nowadays. Not saying that they're not good actors. When I say that, I'm not saying they're good actors, but there's a difference between being a good actor and being a movie star. Someone like Tom Cruise is a movie star. Look at what he did with Top Gun. Movie came out in the 80s. Decades later, he does a sequel. Nobody expected that movie to be as successful as it was. And gosh damn, Top Gun Maverick made a little over $1 billion. That shit is fucking wild. Tarantino telling the truth. MCU actors not big draws outside the MCU. I agree. Look at real quick. And we're gonna read what he said to get the full context. But look at Doolittle's box office, right? This is RDJ. You know, not saying he's a bad actor because of this. He's not a bad actor. He's a very great actor. But look at his box office. Now, compared to something like Top Gun Maverick, a sequel that nobody, and I'm not saying the movie needs to make $1 billion or whatever, but let's be real. I mean, Top Gun is the second movie part of a franchise that people never thought would happen. It happened. There was a lot of worries like, will this even be a good legacy sequel or whatever? And you know what? It actually ended up being good, and people liked it. It actually ended up being good, and people liked it. They turned up for it. Let's look at a Tom Holland movie outside the MCU. Tom Holland, Uncharted. You know, compare this to his Spider-Man movies, right? You know, not saying this isn't whack money, but like, you know, these stars ain't really drawing people in like that. You know, they are a kind of a incentive, but like, you know, ain't nobody going around saying, "Yo, you checking out Tom Holland movie?" Like, nah, nobody's not talking like that. I remember when the Creed 3 posters came out. What's up, Vishan? Like when a lot of the Creed 3 posters came out, right? A lot of people were just referring to Michael B. Jordan. And not to say that's there's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people were just referring to Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors as their characters, Kang or Killmonger. You know, it's like, oh, it's Killmonger versus Kang, the multiverse. A lot of people was joking around, but like, you know, a lot of people identify these actors when they, and this is one of the things with superhero movies and stuff. Superhero movies are either going to make you into a star or you make the hero a star, but somehow that hero is going to overshadow you one way or another. Because we are in a phase where people love cape shit now. People love cape shit, which is comic book movies. Nothing wrong with that. But let's look at the Batman. The Batman really helped Robert Pattinson's career. You know, now nobody's not going to be referring to him as the Twilight guy. I mean, yeah, people still know he's the Twilight guy. But when he played the Batman, shit, he proved me wrong. I went into it thinking, man, you got the motherfucker from Twilight and shit. And guess what? He proved me wrong. He proved me the fuck wrong. You know, and him stepping in the role like Batman really helped him. You know, not to say he's a bigger character than Batman or elevated Batman. You know, Batman in a sense elevated him because Batman's already a huge franchise in itself. I agree with the statement. The MCU doesn't have stars like the 70s and 80s. Definitely agree. And you know, this goes for some people in DC too. Like Henry Cavill, he's no movie star. Ben Affleck, nah. Gal Gadot, she ain't no movie star. Jason Momoa, he's not really a movie star like that outside of, you know, Aquaman and stuff. It's so weird. I was just randomly thinking the same thing a few hours ago and had no idea Tarantino brought it up. Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while, but like I'm kind of glad he did say it because people need to know the difference between being a good actor and being a movie star. Like a movie star, like you're a star. You are the draw for the movie. It's not the character you playing. You're the draw. Like when we used to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I mean, I didn't grow up during that time, but when I would watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I mean, you didn't really care about his characters. You wanted to see him, you know? Same for Stallone. You pretty not really care about his characters aside from like Rocky, which is a huge fan favorite, a character that a lot of people love. But you're here for Stallone, but you're mainly here for Stallone, you know? When I go to super movies, I'm here for the superhero. I'm not really here for a lot of these actors. But, you know, that's where you separate the movie stars and just people that are actors that are just actors. When you look back at the era of Hollywood, the household stars was the Stallions, the Arnolds. Yep, that is facts. Samuel Jackson and Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson is a movie star. Is a movie star. He is a movie star. He's one of in Marvel. Out of all the MCU actors, he's the actual movie star. His name is so iconic and so big that people, people like, yo, is that I'm about to go watch a new Sam Jackson movie. Ain't nobody saying, oh, bro, you want to go see that movie with the dude that played Nick Fury? Nah, they saying they want to go see that new Sam Jackson movie. Hemsworth and Valkyrie Chick were in a movie together. Yeah, Men in Black. And it wasn't even as good as the one with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. It was nowhere near as good as the first 3 Men in Black movies. So the one they did, it was mediocre. They really thought them being in the MCU was going to sell. You know what? Let's look at that box office. What's up, Anzo? I'm going to get y'all comments in a second. What's up, Akancha? Men in Black international box office. And now I'm going to get to Quentin Tarantino's articles so we can see. All right, now look at this. Look at a box office. And now compare this to the MC movies they be in. 253.9 million, right? What mainly carried a lot of his box office, let's be real, it was the Men in Black title. And the rest of this, ain't nobody really was checking for a Men in Black sequel without Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in it. Like, what you doing? Ain't nobody finna watch that shit. And guess what? Nobody watched that shit like that. Not saying these two are bad actors. To me, I don't really like Hemsworth like that. I'm not saying they're bad actors. They just not stars, bro. They're not. What up, Black Rampage 2? Dog, the more Quentin talks, the more he comes off as a hater. You want to call from the mouse or DCQ? It depends. The only directors I've seen speak out that I think is a true hater is James Cameron. Like James Cameron, I think he's an actual hater. Because when Aquaman came out, he was so butthurt that Aquaman did underwater technology so well before him. And he was salty about it. He was talking about, man, when my Avatar 2 drops, my actors really finna be swimming underwater. Yeah. They really finna be swimming. Yeah. We finna be doing better than Aquaman. He was basically trying to down Aquaman and up it at the same time. Like, bro, you just hating at this point. To me, I don't think Quentin is hating yet. Right now, he's just sharing his opinion. Right, James Cameron, the only one so far I've seen that actually been like a hater. Like he been hating. And when his Avatar movie makes less than 2 billion, he's gonna be like, oh, he about to be salty. Love from India, sir. Respect. Shouts out to Akansha. Love from India. What up, Anzo? All right, let's get to this article real quick, and then I'm gonna get to your guys's comments. Let's get to this article. Break it. Oh dang. All right, let me get to these comments, and then we'll start reading it because Black Rampage dropped a comment. You know what? I actually got a new drop. Ooh. Hold up, y'all. RJ, you damn Marvel MCU shield. But nah, I even saw RJ's tweet about. Yeah, even RJ agreed. They make a good point. It's not to say these actors are bad actors. Be just because you're not a movie star does not mean you're a bad actor. It's just that you're not a movie star, but you can still be a good actor, a good, a solid actor. You're just not a star, in a sense. Hold up, y'all. All right. Hold on. It is processing. And it's up now. All right. Sorry about that echo, guys. Let's go ahead. Black Rampage, thank you for the comment. And you know what? To celebrate the return of the amazing, the iconic, the epic, let me show some love to my man, the Superman. Go ahead, Superman. Say what's up. Man, he looks so fucking good in that motherfucking suit. That's his Man of Steel suit. But damn, I'm about to be a Henry Cavill Superman fan. This man been speaking on some shit that I'm like, yo, I'm riding with you now, my dude. You know, all that Snyder shit, I'ma just, let it just you my guy now. You my guy now. I'm ready to see Henry Cavill Superman. The Rock star or role. I think The Rock. All right, The Rock may not be the best actor, but he is a star, right? Like, look at what you. Let's not. When Rock came into the Fast and the Furious franchise, he helped elevate that franchise to so many different heights. Because the movies was getting so stale, and then when you introduce Hobbs's character, bruh, box office made a jump. The dynamic changed, all that. Rock is a movie star. He's a movie star. He's a movie star. But let's get into these comments from Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino says Marvel actors aren't movie stars. Captain America is a star, not Chris Evans. I agree. Look at Chris Evans' films and stuff after he got out the MCU. Nobody's really like saying, go check out this new Chris Evans movie and stuff. Like, nobody's really checking for them like that. They only care when they are these superheroes. That's why when you hear people talking about Chris Evans, it's either they want him to return as Captain America or it's something about him as Captain America. And when people talk in this pop culture realm, Jennifer Aniston made headlines as the start of the November when she declared there are no more movie stars. It's a statement that Quentin Tarantino agrees with, as evidenced by the director's recent interview on Two Bears, One Cave. Ugh, that sounds kinky. Tarantino attributed the loss of movie stars to the Marvelization of Hollywood. The part of the Marvelization of Hollywood is you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters. True. Anthony Mackie, Simu Liu. We'll get to his comments in a minute. Scarlett Johansson. She was popular. She was kind of popular before the MCU. The MCU gave RDJ a huge redemption arc. Real one. I'll check it out near the end of the stream. Near the end of the stream, I'm gonna check it out. I haven't watched that skit yet. Who else? A lot of these new characters, Iman Vellani, the girl playing Ironheart, like these movies is turning them into bigger actors, like giving them more clout. They're not the ones bringing clout to this stuff. They're getting more clout. That's the difference between that's the difference here for them. Tarantino said, but they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is a star or Thor is a star. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think that's has been said a zillion times. But it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star. I agree. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I want Captain America to be a star. You know, because mind you, I grew up with this stuff. You know, I want to see these characters be big, which is, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But it does take away from the actor being a movie star the way you would want them to. You know, but hey, I'm glad these characters are so big now. That's what I'm happy for that. Because they casted actors that are like not so well known, you know, kind of underground, and put them in these roles, and they got elevated through these roles they played. For Tarantino, Captain America is the star and not Chris Evans. I'm not even putting them down, frankly, to tell you the truth. The director said earlier about movie stars no longer existing in bulk, but that is one of the legacy of the Marvelization of Hollywood movies. Tarantino also clarified in the interview that he does not hate Marvel movies, but dislikes them for being the only product Hollywood is interested in making these days. Yeah, it's either they want to make a cinematic, they want to do some universe franchise stuff, try to mimic, you know, comic book superhero movie shit. You know, everybody want to get everybody want to, you know, make a superhero, make something comic book related. Um Amazon doing their own superhero stuff. Not saying their stuff is bad, but Amazon doing it. Netflix attempted to do it with that trash. What's that trash show Netflix put out, y'all? What's that garbage ass boring superhero shit they put out? It was live action. Jupiter's Legacy. Jupiter's Legacy. Even Netflix attempted, you know, hey, let's do some superhero shit. They made one of the most boring fucking shows I've ever watched. Hate that damn show. Boring ass shit. This bullshit right here. Stupid ass fucking show. You already lost me at the first episode when you got worse effects than the CW. You know, I really had hope for the show, and they come in here with these CW worse than CW special effects. That shit pissed me off. And they really thought, yeah, let's make this a whole series and waste money into it. Really, like, they really published that and said, yeah, let's milk this. And then after the first season, they canceled it because it was so trash. And those views did not come back the way they wanted them to. There's an aspect that if these movies were coming out when I was in my 20s, I would totally be fucking happy and totally love them. I mean, they wouldn't be the only movies being made. They would be those movies amongst other movies. But, you know, I'm almost 60. So, yeah, no, I'm not quite as excited about them. My only axe to grind against them is they're the only things that seem to be made, he added. And they're the only things that seem to generate any kind of excitement amongst the fan base or even for the studio making them. That's what they are excited about. And so it's just the fact that they are the entire representation of this era of movies right now. There's not really much room for anything else. That's my problem. Like, yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I only really went to the movies twice this year. No, so far I went to see Black Adam in theaters. What else did I go see in theaters? I went to go see something else. What else did I go see in theaters? Black Adam dropped. I didn't see Thor 4 in theaters. Multiverse of Madness came out this year. I saw that in theaters. Yeah. Wait, no. I think I did. I think I saw it in theaters. And, you know, look, even I'm at fault for it too. The only movies I went to go see in theaters was just the superhero shit. To be honest, the rest of the movies I watched either, you know, for free or watched it on streaming. I didn't go really support that much movies in theaters. Wished I did, but, you know, I didn't really, you know, I just don't just go watch anything. You know, I'm not saying just go watch anything, but even, you know, even I did it this year. I only went to go watch superhero shit. Yeah, I really didn't give any other movies a chance in theaters, like The Woman King and all this other stuff. That looks pretty shitty. Yeah, it was pretty bad. You watch Super Rooks? No, but that's a spinoff show that they created instead of doing Jupiter's Legacy. People see the superhero movies not to see the actors, but to see the characters they are portraying. Oh, I agree. Well, I'd say the comic fans. The fans of these characters are there to see these actors play these heroes. General audience and stuff, they're either here because they already like the established franchise, which is the MCU or some of the DC stuff, or they like something that's attached to it, but they really don't like this specific thing, because a lot of the people these movies are made for do not even care about the superheroes like that. They don't even really care about the characters. They don't know the characters. They're just kind of just there because something else. Like, oh, I'm here to just see some superheroes punch each other and stuff, or I want to see some superheroes touch upon this political thing here or whatever. The show's so bad I couldn't even get through the first episode. I don't blame you. That first episode of Jupiter's Legacy was horrible. I thugged it out and watched. The best part about that show is the flashbacks and everything that takes place in the past. Everything that takes place in the present is so boring. To be honest, it is the big blockbuster Marvel and DC movie that are saving the. I agree. Movies like Mission Impossible are still, helping out theaters. And with the Mission Impossible movies as of recent have been making money. DC, Marvel, if Avatar 2, if Avatar becomes a franchise, there's going to be Avatar. There's not that many other movies like keeping theaters afloat, really. Honestly, 2021, it was really just the superhero stuff keeping them theaters afloat. And you had the James Bond movie and Godzilla versus Kong. That was really just keeping this stuff afloat. These big blockbuster movies. I feel this was a year of horror. I think it was, except for Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That shit was a comedy. What is your thoughts on Jason David Frank took his own life? Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. As I tell people, we're still in a day and age where we don't know. Well, people still do not care that much about someone's mental health. Only this decade has people caring about someone's mental health has become like more popular or something. It's still new. It's still very much new. And back in the early 2000s, ain't nobody cared about nobody's mental health like that. People just so fucking cutthroat. And even before that, not a lot of people cared about someone's mental health. Hell, back in the 1800s in Victorian London, they used to throw people in asylums for mental health issues. And it's like, why are you locking them up in the asylums and shit? It's like, that's the fix. You lock them up in the asylum in a room that in a white room, and just you tie them up and lock them up somewhere. Like, it's going to take years until people can start actually caring about people's mental health, especially men's mental health. And it's so much worse for men because getting men to be honest about how they feel and actually open up is much harder than getting a woman to be honest about her feelings and stuff, because as men we are conditioned to keep certain stuff in. We have to refrain from being so emotional because we're going to be looked at as weak or too vulnerable. We have to always stay strong 24/7, even if we need a hug or need someone to talk to us. I don't know what Jason was internally dealing with, but it's clear that he probably didn't feel safe and comfortable with talking to somebody that could have possibly helped him out because he didn't know how people was going to react. They was probably going to tell him the cliche, oh, go find God, or hey man, just go work out, or like just some cliche shit, not really actually talking and listening to what the fuck they have to say. They just want to get to a quick solution without actually listening to everything before thinking of a solution. They want to just say, all right, here's your solution. Like, no, listen to what the fuck they have to say first, and then you can figure out from there how to navigate helping them out. Jupiter's Legacy flopped because it went the whole first season without dropping a huge plot twist. Facts. I only go to theaters when I want to smash the chick I'm with. Oh gosh. Keep it in the sheets. Facts, Tony. It really was, especially last month. I want to see Terrifier 2. John Wick been fire. Andor was boring. I haven't watched Andor. Andor was my least most interesting character from that movie, Rogue One. I am not gonna watch no show about Andor. Anzo said fast. Honestly speaking, I've seen RR the other day, which was a Bollywood movie that was better than anything Hollywood produced as of recent. I need to check that movie out. It's on Netflix. I haven't really got into Bollywood stuff, but I need to start checking that stuff out. Everybody is raving about them Bollywood movies. I feel like this pandemic really lowered everyone's guard down, and mental health was starting to be talked about more often. True. Yeah, it's this pandemic, like you said, there's still people recovering from, but this pandemic, we like, we only got out of this shit last year. And it was only a couple months ago when they took away mask mandates and stuff. It's still very recent. We're in the aftermath of it now. It was discussed, and the answers were to be a man to go to the gym. So Bollywood is legit. Yeah, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. That's our hero, our Green Ranger, the GOAT. Shouts out Tommy. Let's go ahead and continue this. And then we're going to get to Simu Lu's tweets responding to Quentin Tarantino. Don't expect Tarantino to ever get involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The director said earlier this month he will not helm a Marvel movie because you have to be hired. You have to be a hired hand to do those things. I'm not a hired hand. I'm not looking for a job. And, I respect it. I mean, Quentin Tarantino can go produce his own movie. He's not really looking to, hop on somebody else's, work under somebody else. He probably still has to go through studios and stuff just to get someone to back his project and stuff. But he's damn near a legend in the industry that, he can produce his own stuff and get it out there. Tarantino has been making a press rounds this month in support of his book, Cinema Speculation, which is now available for purchase. I'm not going to buy the book, but, shouts out Quentin. Now let's get to Simu Lu's comments. And look, I like this guy Shang-Chi, but man, his tweets, bro. This motherfucker coming at the OGs. No, look, I'm not all for OGs downplaying new people and new people downplaying what the OGs do. But man, this dude. Let me get his tweets. Okay. Got it. So this is what Simu Lu said about. Let me get Vishan's comment real quick. Kid, do you think RDJ is a star, or you feel like he's only popping for Marvel? RDJ is a great actor, but I feel like people only care about RDJ when it's Marvel. Now, RDJ has to, and this is the thing, RDJ was locked into doing those superhero movies for so damn long that he really didn't have much opportunity aside from the Sherlock movies to branch out and do something else. Like, I think same thing would probably happen to someone like Christian Bale. Say Christian Bale got locked into the MCU and he played freaking Captain America for 10 years and stuff, not really having much opportunity to do other things because he's like filming for these other movies. He has a contract that keeps him from doing other things. These movies can take away time from you. That's why someone like Robert Pattinson, and I'm so glad he did this after he was done with Twilight, he wanted to rebuild his career. He started doing all these indie movies and stuff and doing other things aside from big franchise stuff. He got away from that. He wanted to build a resume, and I think that's not saying RJ doesn't have a resume, but the MCU was a huge redemption for him. and it put him back into the public eye with a lot of people, and now everybody loves him again. But it really just like kind of affected his career to where, okay, if he does something else, are people here for RDJ or are they here for Iron Man? What are they here for? You know? And if you're going to an Iron Man movie, it's nothing wrong with wanting to just see Iron Man. You want to see him play Iron Man. That is totally valid. But you know, you start to not be a movie star at that point. You're an actor, but you're not really a movie star. Tom Cruise is not like, when we see Tom Cruise, we go like, "Yo, Tom Cruise." We don't go like, "Oh, it's Iron Man." We go, "It's Tom Cruise." You know what I'm saying? You know, it's how we respond to these actors and stuff. I got to see that, Tony. Everyone raving about it. R isn't a Bollywood movie. It's a Tollywood movie. Oh, Tollywood. Name a movie RDJ been in not named Iron Man or Avengers or Captain America. The only one, Doolittle, Tropic Thunder, Sherlock Holmes. He was in a movie with Tom Holland years ago where he was dating some like trans person. I forgot the name of that movie. India has different film industries that compete with each other, so Tollywood is Telugu cinema. Shouts out Tollywood and Bollywood. Bro, R is Masterpieces type South Indian movie. I'm gonna check that out. It's on Netflix, guys. I'm gonna check it out. His older movies were good. Yellow, Sherlock Holmes did something, but not. Yeah, like the Sherlock Holmes movies, they made money, but nothing like his MCU money. You know, and I'm not saying his only worth is his money. It's just that, you know, you can tell who's a star. You can tell you can tell when they're a star in something and when they're not. Because, you know, that box office does speak volumes. Simu is overrated and crap actor in MCU. I don't think he's bad in the MCU. I like his character Shang-Chi. It's just outside of him being Shang-Chi where I'm like, all right, dude, you need to relax. Simu outside the MCU is a person. That's all I'll say. Once you're typecast, facts. Once you're typecast, is a wrap. Let me ask you guys this, and be honest, because I'm be honest too. The only Tobey Maguire movie I've seen other than Spider-Man in the recent years was, well, he wasn't starring, but Great Gatsby and the movie he did, Brothers, with Jake Gyllenhaal. Other than that, I have not seen anything else Tobey Maguire did, and I'll be honest with you, I care about Tobey Maguire the most when he's Spider-Man. Nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with that. If a lot of people in the chat only really mess with Tobey Maguire when he's Spider-Man, that's fine with me. That's totally fine. He played a great Spider-Man. I love him when he's 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 a Spider-Man. I love him when he's Spider-Man. Everywhere else, I'm like, you cool, Toby, you know. But when you're Spider-Man, amazing. But that's just what happens when these superhero roles, depending on what character you're playing, they will really you know, get you stuck in a place where you can't really get out of. Like when Robert Pattinson did Twilight, y'all, he had to do Batman in order to shut people up and get away from Twilight. He had to become Batman. Not saying he's finna be typecast as Batman now, but who knows? Maybe after he finishes his trilogy and does another movie, it might be just as successful as a Batman movie. Who knows? But he got typecast in that Twilight stuff, and everybody was referring to Robert as the Twilight dude. Okay, he's out of Disney contract now. Name a post-Endgame RDJ movie. Only thing I can name is Doolittle. I can't name nothing else. I said Robert Pattinson for that. Oh, I liked him in Due Date with Zach Galifianakis. He's the guy from Hangover. He's the big chubby dude with the beard. I know who you're talking about. Wherever you spell his name. Jamie Foxx was in it for a small role. I seen parts of that movie. I never finished it. It wasn't. I didn't finish it because it wasn't that funny to me. Gal Gadot is not that good at actress. I agree. I mean, she at most Gal Gadot shines in Wonder Woman, and that's about it. Like I'm keeping it real. At most, Gal Gadot shines when she's in Wonder Woman. She's a star when she's Wonder Woman, but she's not a movie star in general. She's a star when she's Wonder Woman, though. Korean movies are the shit right now. Hey, I like watching Korean drama shows. One of my favorites is My Boss, My Hero. That's my favorite Korean drama probably. But I be messing with them Korean shows. They some good ass shows. What up, Kid Out? What up, Superboy? Hey, someone mod trying to block me. Concha, you're a mod. No, we can't block you. You're a mod. Nobody can block you. Yeah, because Toby's. Oh my gosh, fucking Superboy. He comes in, man. Superboy comes up in here with his blasphemy and shit, talking down on my boy Toby. Man, he's a MCU stan, anyways.
Come on, bro. What the fuck? You just say to me?
No, I'm joking, Superboy. I'm joking, bro. Superboy, you all good. Damn MCU stan. Tobey Maguire was decent in The Great Gatsby, but DiCaprio kind of stole. Oh yeah, that was DiCaprio's movie. Toby did good in the movie, but that was DiCaprio's movie all the way. That was his movie. I agree, Daniel. I remember I watched The Great Gatsby in school when we read the book. The Great Gatsby is a great book, by the way. That's a solid book. And when we watched the movie, we're just trying to compare it and stuff. But the movie was also really good. But Leo is that draw in the movie. He's the draw. He is, even though you follow Toby a lot in the movie, he's narrating the story. Leo still steals the whole show. Same with Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Hugh Jackman, I kind of might consider him a movie star a little. But he, being Wolverine for so long, he kind of did get typecast, and I ain't gonna lie. Because after he did his Wolverine movies, I really ain't checked out Hugh Jackman anymore. Like in the early 2000s when Hugh Jackman was doing stuff like Van Helsing, and I didn't watch Prestige until recent, but like that's when I was checking out Hugh Jackman's other stuff was in the early 2000s. After he played Wolverine for so long, I have not checked out a Hugh Jackman movie since he did Logan. He did do a movie since Logan, but I haven't checked out any of his other movies since Logan, y'all. After he was done being Wolverine, that's why I was like, kind of move on. And now he's going to be back in Deadpool 3, and now I'm coming back to him. Once the Flash ends, I think Grant will have trouble convincing people can play other characters. Man, Tony, Grant been trying to do that on Netflix. He been doing like some Netflix. I seen him in a movie where he played some painter, and he was okay. I think him being Flash for so long, he's gonna have some trouble dipping into other roles and stuff. I think there's gonna be a halt on his career, and he's gonna need something else that's very different to get people to go like, yo, this dude can really stand out elsewhere besides just the Flash. But I think Grant's gonna have some trouble. A lot of people finna have trouble outside of these superhero stuff. All of them. I love when Andrew Garfield was telling Simu to shut the fuck up when he was talking about the Illuminati. Chadwick, I felt like was a star, bro. Especially people knew him from his like Chadwick. I knew him from his other roles. His best movie to me is Get On Up. I didn't know Chadwick because of Black Panther. I knew Chadwick long before Black Panther. Long before Black Panther. That dude was. He wasn't like Arnold Schwarzenegger level or Stallone level where they was at when it was, or Wesley Snipes level, but I looked at, he was a star. He was a star. That dude was a star. Out of Wolverine, the only role that I enjoy Hugh Jackman is in Prisoners. Yep. That's not Superboy, that's Bizarro Boy. Zack Snyder also not filmmaker like Quentin Tarantino or Steven Spielberg. I don't disagree. I agree. I like some of Zack's movies, but he's compared to Quentin and Steven, come on, they the goats. Michael Bay over Zack Snyder, they on the same level. They on the same level. One is a little better than the other, but they both same level. But I would probably go to a Zack movie before a Bay movie, honestly. So, but yeah, they both damn near same level. Jackman was awesome in The Prestige. Yeah, he was. When I saw The Prestige, him and Bell tore that movie up. They did a great job. Michael Bay can never make Zack. Way better action. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, shouts out to the Illuminati. They're watching. First time I saw Chad with Jackie Robinson. 42 for you, for me. Get on up. That's still my favorite movie by Chadwick. He did amazing, James Brown. Now let's get to Simalu's comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and wind it up. So this is him responding to Quentin Tarantino. So he says, if only the gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had the opportunity to lead a 400 million plus movie. I'm in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to their point. They don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. If only the gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had the opportunity to lead a 400 million plus movie. Okay, good for you. You led a 400 million plus movie. Okay, good for you. What up, MSK? What up? Shouts out to you, Simu. You're not a movie star, but shouts out to you. You led a 400 million plus movie. Good job. Let's get to his next tweet. No movie studio is or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud to work with the one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen. Hold up. But I'm proud to work with one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen by creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. Bruh. The fuck he talking about? What year did Black Panther come out? 2018. MCU started 2008, 2018. That's a long time to get a black-led movie. It's a long fucking time. Long ass motherfucking time. When did they do their first gay representation in Marvel? Was it Eternals? Yeah, I think it was Eternals. Well, they had Joe Russo play a gay character in Endgame, but I don't count that. But Eternals. They hyped before the movie came out. Yeah, we're gonna have the first gay MCU kiss in their movie. Man, that shit lasted like fucking 3 seconds. 3 seconds. It's shit you can easily edit out. This is what the fuck Disney do, and this shit makes me so fucking mad because these motherfuckers don't commit, and people gas these motherfuckers up for doing a bare minimum. This is what Disney does, and you know what? It's smart because you can easily edit it out for these other countries so you can play your movie there. Star Wars Episode 9. You had that scene where those two lesbians kiss at the end of the movie. The scene happened so quick you wouldn't notice it. Most countries don't want to see that shit. But the scene is so damn short, you can edit it out. You can edit it out and it doesn't hurt the movie at all. It doesn't hurt the movie. It's not like in Eternals with Icarus and Cersei's relationship. If you edit it out majority of that, you have no movie. You can edit out Fastos and his boyfriend kissing, and the movie would still be the same. The movie would still literally be the same. Still the same. You edit out Cersei and Icarus relationship, you got no movie. That is what they do. What is what a lot of these studios do. And I'm not saying they need to do this or do that. I'm just saying People be rewarding these studios for doing bare minimum bullshit. Like bare minimum representation, bare minimum progressive shit. Because all the progressive shit they do, you can easily edit it out and it barely affects the movie. Barely affects it. That's what they do. That is what these studios do. They do bare minimum, and then these people gas them up and go like, oh my gosh, they represented me. Bro, they didn't represent you. They did not represent you. They didn't represent you in a proper manner. They represented you in a half-assed way. A half-assed way. They gave you half-assed representation. They did not give you what you deserve and what you need. They gave you bullshit. They gave you shit that can be easily taken out the movie. Because that is how much they care about you. If they can easily just take you out and the movie barely changes, they don't care that much about you. Look at Lightyear. They had a lesbian couple. Their romantic moment lasted less than 30 seconds. You can easily edit it out the movie so it can play in other countries. Easily. Hasbro, me, Dot, and M Scare. Waiting. Hasbro, get us our Power Rangers movie. Yeah, he still has more. There's more tweets. I think he feels this obligation to Disney to cap for him like that. And look, I'm not saying Disney don't want to do it. You know what? Nah, it's really just Disney. So I'll be honest with you, Warner Brothers, bro. When Game of Thrones came out, they didn't shy away from showing any homosexual content. If they're gonna show you two dudes fucking, they're gonna show you two dudes fucking. And they're gonna just throw it in your face. That's what I would prefer. You know, if you're gonna represent people, represent anything, put that shit in a movie. Stop telling us ahead of time that you're gonna have a gay couple in this movie. Stop telling us you're gonna have a trans couple in this movie. Stop telling us you're gonna have Asian people in the movie. Stop telling us you're gonna have Native American people in the movie. Put them in the fucking movie and release the damn movie. Put them in a movie, release that shit. Stop telling me ahead of time they're gonna be in it. I got eyes, I can see. I'm not blind. I can see there's a homosexual person in your movie. Why you gotta tell me there's a homosexual person in there? Why you gotta make them feel different? Just put them in the movie like you put a straight person in the movie. Put them in the movie like you put a white person in the movie. You don't go like, check out our white fat guy in our movie. No, it's just a white fat dude in your movie. Put these people in the movie. Stop treating them different and put it out there. Agree with this statement. Disney pantomimes representation. Yeah, they be doing that half-ass shit. It would be so fucking that should be annoying me. I would say even Netflix would be doing representation better. You know, yeah, a lot of people may not like them just being so like blunt about it, but you gotta be blunt with the shit. Just do it. That's what pissed me off so much. I want to see so many people get their representation, whether you gay, straight, you believe in Allah, Jesus, you know, you believe in this, that. I don't care. I want everybody to get, you know, as much representation as they want, but just put it in the product. If people don't like it, then they don't like it. You know, we didn't watch Terminator 2 and James Cameron let us know like, oh, you guys, I'm gonna have a black man in my movie. There's gonna be a black guy in my movie. Come watch my movie. No, there was just a black dude in his movie. You know, you make it weird when you single out people like that and go like, come check out this black dude in my movie. Nah, I can see there's a black dude in your movie. I'm not dumb. It's kind of a waste movie. They just do it to show representation, but it's not part of the story. And that's the thing too. Like, you know, a lot of movies derail. Right? They derail to bring up something or talk about something. But usually, when you add it, when you weave it into the story, it's so much better. It means so much more. Sub MSK. They kind of did that same thing in Solo, where Donald Glover was supposed to be sexually fluid and having sex with that droid. I have no issue with Donald Glover fucking a robot. But how is he fucking that robot? Look at this freaking. This is the bullshit that pissed me off. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I say these people don't think when they do this shit. How does he fuck this? I have no issue with him fucking a robot. You know, this is sci-fi. This is sci-fi weird shit. But how the hell does he have sex with this? What you penetrate? There ain't nothing to penetrate. I know she doesn't give him hand jobs. He has fucking metal hands. How do you fuck this? Disney really sat there and said, well, just give him a robot. You can't fuck that. Come on, you can't even fuck it. It's all metal. Your dick's gonna be fucking gone and shit. Trying to fuck that metal robot. There ain't nothing soft. There ain't no lubricant. You know, it don't. Oh my gosh. That's why shit like Ex Machina, you know, if y'all seen the movie Ex Machina, you know, the dude built a woman that, you know, you can add flesh onto and you can do these type of things with it. Like, it makes so much more sense now. But this is like, oh, let's give him a robot. Say he fuck it. You can't fuck that. Stop telling me you're fucking that. Disney and WBD, Netflix doesn't care about it. Other people, culture, and seeing color genders. Yeah. I say this, WBD and Netflix, well, Warner Brothers, this is what it used to be. People at some point, and you know, today compared to like last decade, people are super, you know, misogynistic, racist, like all this type of stuff. People are trying to become a little bit more understanding. But damn, you remember we all remember The Wire. That's a Warner, that's an HBO product. And the representation it did for Omar's character, who was homosexual. You know, he was homosexual, but Omar was a badass motherfucker. Now I'm not condoning, you know, going around stealing people and shooting them up and holding them up. But Omar from The Wire, amazing character. He's homosexual. Good representation. And you know what? I generally liked his relationships with his, you know, his the people he was with in the show, especially his male boyfriends and stuff. Like, it was, you know, when his boyfriend got killed in the first season, I was like, damn, y'all killed his man. Man, Omar, you better roll up on these fools. They just took your boy out. Oh, hell nah. That dude was actually cool. I actually felt tonight, but I was like, man, why y'all kill Omar man like that? Oh, hell nah. I was pissed. They killed Omar dude like that. Omar trying to find love too. They took Omar homeboy. But Omar showed them until he got. Game of Thrones so much at this point. It's just natural. And when I saw the House of Dragon, I was like, well, you know, it's just got some gay stuff in there. It don't bother me. Oh, this is why I'm glad other venues for movies cause Hollywood really forcing this gay and diversity shit. I'm so glad for other venues for movies because Hollywood, yeah, like you know, the way Hollywood does it, they don't know how to do it right. They do it so weird. You know, like, I want to see that stuff represented, but they make it so whack. Two dicks can be a pussy. Okay, sir.
Dad.
Maybe in a different Earth. Definitely not this Earth. If there are lesbians in the movie, let us find out by them grabbing each other's facts. Show me them grabbing each other's booties and shit. You know, like, stop telling me they lesbians before the movie come out. I'll just show them as lesbians. That droid was annoying as hell. Talk about droid lives matters. I remember that shit. Droid lives matter. All I needed was some cock. She would have been more relaxed. True. MJ gonna be playing porn star as Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Man, MSK won't even get to go on the lot. There's Zack Snyder probably got a restraining order against him. I'm sure she has an access panel somewhere. Lando Calrissian is supposed to get pimping a ladies' man. Like, come on, Elo. When Princess Leia find out he was clapping robots and shit, she was like, ugh, you catch some oil poison, some metal poisoning. Ugh. Kid, do you feel there was an SJW moment in Wakanda Forever? My SJW moment I felt in the movie was with the cast. The one thing I did not like, and mind you, these characters I still like from the first movie. The female, the overwhelming female cast compared to the male cast. Now in the first Black Panther, it's more females on the cast than it is men. Had no issue with it, but you have someone like T'Challa who is represented in a very good way. That made me forgive a lot of the huge amount of, you know, the lack of positive male representation in the movie, right? Because he's the lead star, and that was just enough. And then the women got to shine, especially Dora Milaje, Queen Ramonda. Queen Ramonda got her little moment to shine. Shuri got her moment to shine. These women got their respective moments to shine, especially Okoye. And I love them all in the movie. But in this movie, Wakanda Forever, M'Baku is just the guy who just comedic relief. You know, I'm not saying there can't be comedic relief in your movie, but you know, make that Ross or something. Make Ross the comedic relief for the movie or some shit. Or fucking who else? I don't know. Find somebody else to make the comedic relief. This really your only man on the main cast, and he's just here like just every scene he's in. He gotta be the comedian of the bunch. He got to. You know, it's like, come on. And all the women are taking a lot more serious. You know, they're actually in the forefront with the more serious dialogue. You know, the more serious acted scenes. And the only good scene M'Baku had was him telling Shuri, you know, don't go down this path of revenge. Like starting this war is not worth it. We're gonna be in a eternal struggle if you kill Namor. But other than that, he's just comedic relief and telling jokes. And he getting beat up by Namor and shit. Like, I'm like, oh, freak M'Baku. Like, the male representation was lacking. That's my only SJW moment. But other than that, I need the movie's SJW. The other issues with the movie is just writing inconsistencies and all that, plot holes, whatever. But M'Baku was just comedic relief. He had one scene I liked where he talked about Shuri with the revenge thing, but that's it. Like he had one good scene for me. It's like I need more. In the first Black Panther, T'Challa got multiple good scenes. When he's sitting in a throne, has to confront Killmonger and challenge him to battle. When he's talking to Zuri and he tells Zuri, "I am your king." You know, he had more moments. M'Baku, he got like one good moment. One. Other than that, the male representation was lacking. You know, you can uplift both. You ain't got to take away. I don't want to see the female cast of the Black Panther cast taken away, and I don't want to see the male cast of the Black Panther cast taken away. Like they didn't add any new male characters that are black in the main cast. It's just M'Baku. Fast, you gotta have some homosexual activity if you're doing a realistic take on prison show like Oz. Shouts out Oz. I would say Shuri was rushed. Her arc was rushed. Her arc was very much rushed. She was rushed to the highest degree. It don't even feel natural. It just felt like she was there to be there. You know, and look, in the comic, yes, she's forced into this role, but the way they do it in the comic is natural because there's so much lore that is built up to set that up. It's not just thrown in your face. And this movie is just thrown in your face because this isn't even the right time to start doing this. But you know, Marvel Studios don't want to recast T'Challa and all that shit. You know, freak them. Also, that fight scene was believable. Ain't no way Shuri can solo Namor like that, bro. Miss me. Yeah. I got my 2 cents with that fight. Birds of Flop is woke over. Birds of Prey is trash. That is a. Ooh. There's people on Twitter that call that movie good. Birds of Prey is trash, you guys. That movie is not good. That movie is just as bad as Captain Marvel. Just as bad with that. Ugh. That political nonsense they try to push in the movie don't even work. It's just nonsense. They did a quick female kissing scene in Wakanda Forever. I thought blinking that's what pissed me off too about Wakanda. So in the marketing, they was talking about how, you know, they was gonna feature a homosexual couple in Wakanda Forever. And I was waiting for the kiss sequence. I was like, all right, when's the kiss sequence gonna happen? She just kissed her on the forehead. I'm like, this it? This your representation? I thought they was gonna at least, like, you know, build it a little more. Io and her girlfriend, but she just kissed her on the forehead. I'm like, what is this? You can easily edit this out. She just kissed her on the forehead. Like, that's it. Come on. I'm not saying I want to see him having a sex scene and stuff, but like, that's it. And that was news that broke before the movie came out. I'm like, okay, so they probably gonna have a kissing scene and maybe a little moment for them. Nope. Their little moment was like 5 seconds. Mwah. The first Black Panther, black men and black women got their shine. Agreed. You know, mind you, there wasn't a lot of black men on the cast that was positive in the first movie, but T'Challa is as our lead made up for that. But in Wakanda Forever, M'Baku doesn't make up for that. Bro, he was more than that. He had a deep conversation with Shuri. And I give him props for that, just that scene with Shuri. But that's it. Other than that, he had no other good moments for me where I can go like, man, you know, this is like serviceable for a male lead on the cast. Like, you know, it was just, he was aight. He was aight at best. The 2 deep conversations. I did like his conversation with the about you know, if about questioning Shuri, like, hey, if we kill this dude, we're gonna be in eternal war. Do you really want to do this? This is their god. You kill their god, you're gonna piss these people off. But that's about it for me. But I really couldn't vibe with M'Baku, that movie. He was just he was more of what he was in the first movie. Still in somewhat in the background, comedic relief. M'Baku in the second half of the movie started becoming comedic relief. Started, you know, being more goofy, telling more jokes. Not goofy, but like just being comedic relief. Your title too short about the DC Legends ad was funny. Shouts out Cryborg. M'Baku and Nakia were barely in this one. Yeah. And Nakia definitely was barely in this one. She definitely was. I hated that they made T'Challa a bad father. Oh. Yeah. Black Panther is overrated based on my opinion. DC Dodge, did you hear about Black Adam being in the Oscar nomination for Best Directing, Best Picture? I don't know about that. Directing, actor, yeah. We can work with Best Actor, Best Picture. You guys, look, I like Black Adam, but I'm not finna act like that movie is like some Oscar-worthy film and stuff. I like it, but that movie's like, you know, at most the lowest I can go with that movie is if you know, the lowest I can see someone take that movie is a C-. That's the farthest I can see someone take that movie. But Black Adam, you know, Best Directing, Best Picture, Best Actor. Best Actor, I can see them winning an award for Best Actor, which is Pierce Brosnan, but directing and Best Picture, I don't know about that. I mean, I wouldn't give it an award for Best Picture or Best Director, but I'm not saying they can't get an Oscar, because there's Oscars for many different things. Visual effects, you know, actor. They need to start having Oscars for stunt teams, for stunt people too. They need to start implementing those. I didn't even see the kissing scene. Where was that in? It was near the end where they finished fighting, and you know, Shuri's like planted the new herbs and stuff, and Io's new girlfriend that got introduced in the movie kisses her on the forehead. It's literally near the end when they're closing up after the Namor battle, and after, you know, Namor told the Talokans to leave, and they retreated back to Talokan. Ella was like the eternal sex scene. DC makes cinema movies. Facts. Bro, I'd rather watch Harley eat some pussy fully clothed than rewatch Birds of Prey. Facts. I'd rather go watch that ham, egg, and cheese sandwich scene from Birds of Prey over and over again. That's the best scene in the movie. Completely off topic. Have you seen that the AOT author apologized to fans for the ending? No spoilers. Apologize for that. Look, I can't spoil it, but I seen the ending. That ending's not bad. It's not bad. I actually like how it ends. Honestly, I hope in the anime they flesh stuff out more. Because in the manga, you can only flesh, it's a book. You can only flesh out so much more stuff. There's only so much you can flesh out. But I don't dislike the ending. I like the ending. I just hope in anime they show a little bit more. That's the thing. Show a little bit more. Flesh things out a little more. That's all you need to do. Flesh things out for the audience. But I think another issue fans have with that ending, they didn't understand it. Like, they didn't understand something about Eren. For anyone who's watching Attack on Titan, when you watch the ending of it, just know this. Eren has never changed. That's all you need to know. Eren never changed. He never changed. He never changed. Things got enhanced or slightly altered, but he never changed. He never changed. They were going to kill off T'Challa anyways for a child dies, so they made sure he Black Panther anyway. Yeah, they was like, I saw Eman's views, interviewed. Yeah, so T'Challa Jr. was supposedly always planned and stuff. So they was going to be planning on replacing him quick as shit anyways. Yeah, that's what I saw. So the movie got banned in another country or whatever. It was some country in Africa where it got banned. And yeah, it was because that gay moment where the girl just kisses her friend on the cheek or whatever. All right, let's look at the last of Simulu's comments, and then someone wanted me to look at Dave Chappelle's SNL skit. I hope that doesn't get the stream taken. Hold up. Let me see if people react to it before I watch it. Okay, looks like some people reacted to it. It's his Game of Thrones skit, I think. His House of Dragon skit. He brought back the goats. All right.
Have yourself.
We are about to watch Dave Chappelle's SNL skit for House of the Dragon. So just like The Walking Dead, he's bringing back the greats.
T-Mobile won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data.
Anyone out here watching this new show, House of Dragons?
Great.
I am the biggest Game of Thrones fan. I love their new show, and I got to tell you, I love that they're including black characters. But to be honest, the black characters they take me out of it a little bit with the It's that blonde hair and the old time accents is a little jarring. Like where are these people from? You know what I mean? And then
real quick,
they're coming out with.
I like House of Dragon, but them black characters look weird with that white hair. I ain't gonna lie, they don't. That shit don't look right. I think personally, they should have like honestly did some straight hair for them. It's just them with white hair and their dreads. It didn't look right. Some people it looked good on. Let me bring it up. It was a couple characters where they looked fly and it worked. Real quick, let me show y'all. Like, it kind of worked for the son. You know, the son Lenore kind of worked for him. The father worked a little bit, just a little bit, but that hair was taking me out, especially on the daughters and stuff. Her wig. This first girl, her wig took me all the way out. It's not until she became an adult where I'm like, all right, this looks better. But these first two wigs, they don't look good on them girls at all. It's either the hairstyle, it's something, but nah. They were just looking weird. They were still great characters in the show, but they were just looking weird. Shouts out Dots for this bomb stream. Thank you. Shouts out Daniel. You know what? I will give you Joker. I seen this. Did you not think that DC fan kind of hypocrites are saying people love Birds of Prey 5? Now they're hating on Wonder 84. Yeah. Yeah, I understand somebody can like Birds of Prey, but not like Wonder Woman 84. I mean, look, I like Wonder Woman 84, but Birds of Prey is so much more issues with Birds of Prey. 184 has its issues, but Birds of Prey, they literally got a 50-year-old cop fighting like 20-year-old dudes and throwing them over her shoulder. Like, lady, you old as hell. What you doing? Renee Montoya's character. Slander, Onzo, slander on the Joker name. Let's go ahead and get into this clip from Dave Chappelle, though.
Well, season 2, I guess, soon. And somehow Lauren Michaels arranged a sneak peek of season 2 of House of Dragons. It's exclusive, so check it out.
Hey, this show is fighting racial stereotypes. They had our characters dominating the fucking seas. So if y'all don't know, House of Dragon, the House Valerian have a successful navy that's very powerful. House Valerian, which is our black characters with the white dreads and stuff. So hey, they beating racial stereotypes out here. We dominating the fucking seas in this fucking show. So shouts out to us. Yeah, you know, a lot of people joke around. Well, black people can't swim. Motherfucker, we dominated the damn seas. Who needs to swim when we got the seas? Shit.
No, I brought my granddaughter.
That's good. Hey, real quick before we leave. Oh, I'm gonna drop my video tomorrow on what was her name? Chiquella Robinson. No. This one real quick. Let me show y'all. Let me get her name correct. Yeah, Shanquella Robinson. My video on this is dropping tomorrow about the Shanquella Robinson situation. Just let y'all know. I already recorded it. Just need to edit it. It will more than likely be dropping closer to tomorrow morning around like 10 a.m. Go check out my Geekosity video that I did. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, thank you. I had to, I was something on the fly real quick. Had the perfect music for it. Had to do it. Had to do it for Jason. Real quick, SNL. The SNL writers tried to boycott Dave Chappelle from coming back on the show. They didn't want him back on the show, and so many people was dragging these motherfuckers talking about Dave Chappelle should be the writer of SNL, and you know what? He damn near should. Shit, them SNL writers ain't fucking funny like that. Dave Chappelle's funny. They're not funny. There's the difference. They was so butthurt that Dave Chappelle's gonna come on here and make them look sorry. Oh, and he did. He did. I don't watch SNL like that, but when you bring Dave Chappelle on this show, yeah, you gonna give me the laugh. But yeah, shouts out Dave Chappelle. Shouts out to the people for standing their ground, sticking with Dave Chappelle, not just discarding him for some jokes that are taken out of context and people aren't even watching these specials for. They hate on Dave Chappelle's jokes, but not watching his specials and stuff. That shit's crazy. I'm totally fine with you hating on something, but at least like watch the shit before you hate on it. God damn. If you're gonna be, you at least hate properly. Like, at least know what you hating so you can hate on it. And then hating is still hating, but damn, at least watch it first before hating. I didn't see Dave Chappelle do anything wrong in his opening monologue. He was speaking facts. Yeah, he was. People are just too sensitive for his sense of humor. They're just too sensitive for it. But it is what it is. That's what it is. Now, as you guys can see, a lot of things are different in the Games Room. Next month, hopefully maybe next month. I don't know. Things is going to be changing very, very soon, so there may be a period where I may not be uploading the way I need to, the way I want to, but all I want to say is that, I'm still going to be pushing the best way I can. Did a Power Rangers reaction to all the intros. Go check that out too. Blast from the Past for those Power Ranger intros. What's up, Mike? What up, Bradley? But yeah, you guys, thank you for all pulling up to the stream. I enjoyed myself, had a great time. Now, I got to go get ready for work in a bit. Got to get ready for that. But I thank you all for watching. Y'all go for that peace, love, positivity, and all that jazz. Don't do drugs. And like I always say, doses.